welcome back to Exploring Attractions. My name is Scott, and today we're going behind these construction walls for some coaster fun. That's right, it's the behind the scenes construction tour of Arctic Rescue. We're also later on going to be checking out some stuff going on around the park because there are some rumors there's some future projects plans. I want to talk a little bit about that around the park. But yeah, let's go get inside the Arctic Rescue construction site, head into the load station and see everything that's going on. Alright, so we're actually in the loading station right now. Can I get a good idea? It was a way different from when we saw it back in October. There's no track in here, it's just an empty building, an empty shell of the Wild Arctic simulator attraction out here. Right underneath all these boards right here is going to be the loading station. You kind of see all the bars for where you're going to wait for your row. And then you'll make a small little dip down into where this big area is at, into the launch. And that little curve dip down is going to be right over here or right on top of it. So I'm assuming you're going to unload on this side and you'll be able to actually watch the coaster go down. It'll shoot right underneath us, right into the launch lift hill, which is really neat. You're going to experience everything like indoor, like it's an actual indoor station compared to the one over in San Antonio, which is Wavebreaker. That one's like covered, but it's outdoors. Yeah, so right here is going to be the launch hill up into the first bank turn, it looks like. Very exciting. All right, we made it outside, and you can kind of get a good idea of where it's going to launch off into. And then here's what's going to be probably the maintenance bay. And then right over here is where the exit to the ride is going to be, and then the entrance to the main track. So you're going to come right out that little square right there. That's going to be the launch at. And then the exit will be right in there. Obviously unload on the left side and then load on the right side.
So a lot of the cool facts have already been mentioned. I'm going to say a couple of them again just because we're proud of especially the amount of craft labor that's gone into this job in such a short time. 35,000 craft hours in 9 months, just under 10 months, is impressive in any job despite the scale. So we're really proud of all the men and women who come out here and actually make the work happen. But what actually is happening out there right now, we'll be able to look out and see afterwards, but we're just finishing up final terminations on that 11 miles worth of cable to all the drive motors for the different launches. You see the electricians out there just fixing up the motors, getting those finished up. Really, right at this point, we've got landscaping and irrigation going in. As soon as the rain gives us a second, we'll really get into theming and start making this thing look like the experience it's going to end up being.
Didn't get to show off some of our gear, but they're having to wear gloves, our vest, and our cool Arctic Rescue hard hats. With, of course, oh yeah, and Savannah's wearing safety glasses too. Alright, let's talk about everything that was going on outside on the actual construction site for this brand new roller coaster. And I want to share some facts with you guys. So obviously we're taking out and we're giving this little break in the fence so where we can see everything, the entire coaster layout, obviously with wonderful sight lines in the background. I mean, you're going to get great views of Emperor, the newest dive coaster there, and then of course Electric Eel in the background. So yeah, this coaster, even though it's smaller, it's going to provide some great views with the taller coasters right behind them. And then of course Mission Bay. Now the construction employees that were there were sharing more information about the different theming and whatnot, and actually they shared a secret with us, and that's the fact that the helicopter from the inside of the Wild Arctic exhibit will be moved outside to be placed in the middle of the coaster blueprint. On top of that, as far as them saying theming and whatnot, they're also going to be putting some archways up over the different launches, because this will have multiple launches, obviously the one from the station and a couple others scattered throughout the coaster experience. So there will be theming throughout the coaster, a lot more than we actually thought. I can see this archway kind of being similar to the one that you first start off with at Wavebreaker over at San Antonio. But yeah, different theming elements and whatnot will be a part of this coaster. However, my buddy Carter from Jinx Everywhere asked, will it be snowing? They answered, no, it will not be snowing, but maybe you can get some wind effects going with the San Diego winds and make you feel like you're in the Arctic. And Arctic Rescue will be the longest and fastest straddle coaster on the West Coast with a 48-inch height requirement. And it has 3 exhilarating launches, so the one when you first jump out of the load station and 2 on the rest of the coaster. Super excited for this, as the coaster will also bring awareness to threats facing Arctic sea life from climate change and global warming. But with a couple quick facts, let's throw it back to in real time with more Arctic rescue fun. What's crazy now is that we have a straddle coaster here at this park. This will add to all the different coasters here at Seaworld San Diego. Obviously we have Emperor right next to it, Electric Eel, Manta, Tidal Twister, rides like Journey to Atlantis and Shipwreck Rapids. SeaWorld's adding a lot of attractions. It's very exciting to see the future of this park. Now I also want to talk about future plans as far as years to come, and what I think could potentially happen after Arctic Rescue opens up. But yeah, looking at this coaster and the grand layout of things, it looks exactly like Wavebreaker, which is very exciting because I had a great time on a Wavebreaker in San Antonio. I'm actually rocking my SeaWorld Texas sweater today. But yeah, I'm very excited for Arctic Rescue. And then right behind the actual coaster blueprint, you can see all of Mission Bay over there, which is really neat. Now you won't be able to see the coaster from Mission Bay since they have this big fence up, but you can definitely probably get a glimpse of Mission Bay when you're on the tallest part of Arctic Rescue. Upon exiting the tour, they hooked us up with some Arctic Rescue swag, so let's see what we got in here. So it's like a little Arctic Rescue first aid kit. Got a little flashlight here. I'm trying to see what's in this.
Oh, Band-Aids.
Oh, it's Band-Aids in a little Arctic Rescue themed bag. I love that. That's really cool. And they will still have all their exhibits open. Even when this coaster opens up, I mean, right now you can go in, and like last SeaWorld vlog that we did, we showed you that you have to now enter the exhibit through the gift shop. They've kind of themed the area up to fit the more modern feel of the coaster. But yeah, you can still go in there. Actually, you're going to come through the gift shop, and then you're going to go down the hallway to where the exit station was for the simulators. Actually, it doesn't look like we'll be able to get a shot of the helicopter because there's a big construction wall over there, but I can kind of show you where it's at. So right behind this giant wall is where the helicopter is at. I'll put some footage on the screen that I have from previous videos of the helicopter. Yeah, they're probably in the process of moving it right now as we speak, and then this is going to be the loading station and whatnot of Arctic Rescue. And the whole theming and everything, including the helicopter, will surround being on the Arctic base camp. So you'll see different decorations and whatnot like this around the coaster track. Obviously a little bit lifted so you can see them all, but that's what they're talking about having out there. Man, I can't wait, and hopefully one day they redo this whole Wild Arctic exhibit and kind of spruce it up a little bit soon once the actual coaster opens up. Maybe we'll see a massive macaroni and cheese box themed in the Arctic Rescue roller coaster, or maybe some olives from Vons. I love the Wild Arctic area. I think it's honestly one of my favorite places, like or exhibits at any zoo, aquarium, anything that we've ever been to. And we are here on the last day of the Wild Arctic simulator attraction, the very final ride, which I'll leave a link to that video down below. It was an awesome experience being here for that final ride. I mean, the big reason why I enjoy the Wild Arctic area so much is just because of how much theming there is. The theming's so unique. It almost reminds me of like the Emperor of the Penguin type of exhibit that they have over in SeaWorld Orlando. One thing that comes to my mind when talking about all this, old simulator stuff is there are 2 empty simulator buildings right now. I wonder what they're going to do with those. I assume they'll just be storage space, but I would like to see them repurpose it for a Howl-O-Scream haunted house location, since they have used this building before. The first year that they did Howl-O-Scream, they used it as a haunted house location. So hopefully they do that with the vacant simulator building. I'm actually really excited because this whole area is about to get really busy very, very soon. Maybe one day they'll redo the penguin encounter too. Yeah, I'm excited. Right now this is called Wild Arctic Plaza, and it's home to some Seven Seas Food Festival entertainment. But enough about Wild Arctic. Let's go talk about some of the future projects that may happen here at the park in the very near future. Alright, speaking of construction, we made it over to the Sesame Street Bay of Play, and you can see there's a giant construction wall up. Now they do have a giant step and repeat. I guess it's not a step and repeat, it's just a sign. I don't know if you'd want to take a photo in front of the giant Sesame Place map, but they have a sign here with the Sesame Place map. It says love Sesame Street. You'll love the all new theme park, now open just 20 minutes from SeaWorld San Diego. And we've been to that park. It's a great park. They have plans of expanding that park. That's what they talked about when they first announced it. But why else would they have this sign here other than if they're getting rid of Sesame Street in the Seaworld park. And I mean, look, like these are permanent construction walls right here. We can't see any workers doing anything on the inside, but one's gotta assume that Sesame Street Bay of Play won't be here for much longer. And I kind of assumed that when they first announced Sesame Place, like why would they have Sesame Street featured in the SeaWorld park when they have a full-on theme park just 20 minutes down the way? But yeah, we don't know what's going to be replacing it. We were able to find out during our tour that they have some plans for this site, and that's all I'll say right now. They do have some plans. I mean, this used to be where one of the carnival games used to sit at, and right now it's just an empty archway with nothing going on there at all. There are some construction workers inside working on stuff right now, but yeah, this is the whole scale of the Sesame Street Bay of Play. A lot of the activities and whatnot have been closed like over the years. Like the ship used to be able to go up there on the ship all the time, and then I want to say maybe in 2014 they stopped allowing you to go on that ship. I don't know, it's been a long time, but this whole area is very popular with the families and the kids. All the parents are able to watch their kids play. But now, of course, they have Sesame Place. They have all that fun stuff just 20 minutes away, so there's really no need for the Sesame Street Bay of Play here.
Exciting and engaging area for your youngest heroes is opening this spring.
Yeah, what Dylan said. They're getting ready for all new adventures right there. The sign in front of the main entrance of this land. This is going to be some form of kid play area. Maybe they're retheming the kid play area. Maybe they're keeping all the nets. But it looks like they're demoing some stuff. Not like a full-scale demo from what we can see, but I don't know, now I'm confused. Because I feel like this is going to be like a big replacement, but also judging from the sign, it seems like it's just going to be a land retheme. I want to know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. As it stands right now, though, all three of the flat attractions in here, including Oscar's Rockin' Eel, are still open for guests to enjoy. But this is about as far as we can go to the entrance of the Rockin' Eel. And then there's just more construction walls all over the place. Exciting stuff and exciting changes coming to this park. Believe it or not, this is actually the second retheme of this, or third retheme of this land, whatever it's gonna be. The second one was the Sesame Street version. Before, it was like Shamu's play area. There were a couple of different playgrounds, a couple of different slides that didn't make it through the retheme of Sesame Street because they made room for 3 flat rides in here. But yeah, this will be the third retheme if they are just doing a quick revamp of the land. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video up here as the rain starts to pour down a little bit. Coincidentally, last time we were at SeaWorld, it also was starting to pour down a little bit as we left the park. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Arctic Rescue construction tour and all the information that we tried to give you guys in this video. And I hope you guys just enjoyed us visiting the park and seeing all the updates. If you did, subscribe with those bell notifications on and leave this video a like. As always, my name is Scott. You've been watching Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key. And most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.